Hello, welcome back to Actual Play Heist. I think we are just about to see the dance on the catwalk, and yeah, I'm excited for distractions and and jewel theft.
As you do.
That goes with it.
All right, so because this is obviously the TV version of the movie that's showing right now, we cut back and we hear again, God, you don't know how much you're saving me by doing this. And I think we immediately cut to Ginger about to walk down the catwalk. Please set this up for me.
All right. Well, so I want you to imagine a tutu with like the top bodice and the super big tutu, but the tutu is all diamonds. And then the bodice is naturally they're making an eco statement, which is totally fake. So the actual bodice is like woven recycled paper. And I'm wearing my combat boots that I wore in here. And I have a little bit of arthritis, so I don't move super fast, but I'm kind of hiding that by like dancing a little and like sliding a little as I go out and like sort of posing with my arms, like make it look super artistic. But I also am totally holding my double firearms in my hands. And I'm really looking for if there's, a moment where I should shoot a strobe light or something to just give an extra flair to this performance.
All right, so you're doing this, I think, while you're in the middle of the catwalk, well past the point where anyone can stop you and not interrupt the show. That's when you pull out these guns, and you do spot two spotlights that are pointed at like the end of the ramp and actually like make the colors pop the way that they're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And those would be perfect to take out.
Oh, excellent. I pose and I say, recycle this, and then I want to shoot at them.
And I think because you are, it seems that you may be using your move that you can use once per session.
Yes. Okay, so where there's a will. Once per session, you can use carefully manipulated chaos to gain an automatic success when working with a crowd. That seems to fit.
Yeah, so yeah, you just automatically succeed.
Nice.
I like to imagine that how I hit the lights cause a exaggerated shower of sparks as only movie effects would.
Mm-hmm.
And those are just flying everywhere into the audience.
Yeah. My heel, because I switched back into my normal. Actually, hold on. Does anyone else want to be the cause of the distraction in the audience before I start? Awesome. So as everyone's like, they're flinching against the light, the shattered glass. I think someone's gonna think that a piece of shattered glass like hit them in the back of the leg really hard, but it's actually my heel digging into the back of their knee. Some rich asshole is just gonna get like a very, very painful stab in the back of the leg and just drop him completely on the ground, such that people need to attend to it.
Yeah, I think this might be rolled into that success.
Nice.
To set up whatever comes next.
I like it.
So you take down this rich guy, and then you're just like, oh no, someone I need some help here, please.
Yeah, right, I'm definitely holding on to him. Like, please, somebody come help him. And every time he tries to get up, I slam him back down again. No, please come help him. He can't get. Yeah.
Yeah. So now that you have this giant, glorious distraction, what comes next?
Yeah, where's the jewelry right now?
The jewelry would have been the like end centerpiece. So she would have been about to go down the catwalk before all of this happened.
So there's this waiting in the wings?
Yeah, she's waiting in the wings and is just there like yawning a little bit and trying to like stay awake, maybe bouncing on like her heels very carefully a little bit. and just like waiting.
And this has to be Zendazi that's wearing the thing, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I kind of just want to, sorry, motorcycle. I kind of just want to like chloroform her off to the side. It seems like a reasonable course of action.
I mean, for anaphylaxis, it seems like a reasonable course of
I
action.
might carry chloroform. I don't know.
It's a good staple.
Yeah.
Jen, is Red helping out with this, or are you?
Yeah, I can. I would love to help out with this. Yeah. How do I help with this?
Actually, Red, are you the one that's like, oh, honey, this way? I saw an emergency exit over here.
Yes, I love it.
And you get Zendazi off to the side to be chloroformed.
Yep.
By anaphylaxis.
Oh, she needs to sit down. She's not feeling well.
Yeah, the blanket that I've been working on bit by bit is my chloroform brag. Just pull it out of my knitting bag.
To just fully lean into it. Is it a granny square?
I don't know what that is, but yes.
The like knitted quilting squares where you like knit a bunch of squares that are about like this big.
Oh yes, absolutely.
It's a very portable way to make a large blanket.
Yeah, you know those like Clorox wipes where you pull them out of a can and they're like got disinfectant on it. I imagine you having those, but with chloroform. It's just like
yes, chloroform granny squares in a Lysol dispenser.
In a little Lysol dispenser, yeah, exactly. I mean, you got to keep the chloroform from getting on everything else, right? You gotta. Oh, Zendazi.
Oh, this poor model. She just wanted to like maybe go back to school later, get that like higher degree.
PhD
I mean,
history.
I'm not saying that I've killed anyone tonight, but I'm definitely not killing her, so she needs to relax.
Yeah.
All right. So you get her off to the side. Roll me that fix. See just how this goes.
Okay.
And you do have a bonus die.
Ooh.
Rolling hot tonight.
Yeah. And the clock continues to not move. These poor guards are they're being run ragged. They thought they had everything together because, you know, they're a mercenary company. They're used to a lot of things going wrong, but not anything that's happening right now. I think
they were expecting peeps with guns and that sort of thing, and not.
Yeah, they were expecting the Fast and the Furious like assault on the building, and instead they got Red, retired and extremely dangerous.
Did you just think of that right now?
No, it's a movie
it's from
series.
A movie. It's a great movie series. It's so good.
Really
Is that what RED stands for? I didn't even.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
No one expects a granny.
Yeah, they
were the perfect person
decidedly not trained for this. So, yeah. Anaphylaxis, you knock out Zendazi. You move her off into like a nice side room. It was probably like her personal room that had like a bunch of locks on the door. It should have a guard there, but the guard is currently trying to get people to not run and to please walk to the exit and evacuate the area. There's probably a few guards that are around Ginger, like, ma'am, please put away, ma'am, this is very inappropriate, and I don't think it's a part of the show.
We did not think to frisk you before sending you on.
Old lady with guns.
When they say it's not part of the show, I'm like, fashion is built on blood, and I like pose with the guns again.
Another problem that they're contending with is that there's absolutely a bunch of people recording this. either for TikToks or like some kind of viral video later. But yeah, back to Zendazi. You got her in the back room. You've knocked her out.
We
What are you?
take the jewelry.
Yeah. God, you guys just blew through all of this so quickly that I think we're nearing the end already.
I mean, I can cause a problem if
Yeah.
you want a problem.
We can make things go poorly. But
I mean, I was
No,
gonna
if
say,
you
I
can
haven't
at this
used
point.
my special kit for disguising. Like I was
Yeah.
gonna like disguise myself as the fashion designer, maybe whose show this is
well-
supposed to be. They
Well,
should
yes,
be
you
around here
do still
somewhere.
have to get out.
yeah. Also, like,
There's
I
still
love the
room for this
idea
to
that
go wrong.
the objective that we think we're here for is totally easier than we thought. But Jen, you could throw us all for a loop if you're
It's
like,
true.
Actually, what I'm really here for
I do like
is-"
that.
It's
BT
true.
dubs. Yeah.
Right. Like
You
Yeah,
haven't
so-
had nearly enough time to. There's probably like 4 or 5 pieces, the map, like some keys, photographs.
Yeah, so I think as we're taking the jewels off of Zendazi, I admit to my friend Anna here, BT Dubs, this is not our only target. I got some plans. We need to go to the library next.
You know, I love libraries. I bet. Well, hopefully they have some chemistry textbooks. That's all I'll say.
Well, the thing I'm looking for is the deed to the island of Roanoke, which, I mean, maybe they did some weird chemical thing to those folks. I don't know. Might be useful to you.
That could be why they disappeared. I
It
say
might,
we-
in fact, be that they went into anaphylactic shock from superhistamine.
Super history. They just all.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
All right, so you've got Zendazi. Does anyone like leave her a note?
Fuck her.
Just be like, sorry.
Says Anna.
Go back to school.
Leave her a business card. Stay in school.
It's cool, kid. Save the modeling until you're in your 70s.
All right, so
So
you guys have.
Are you going to convey the rest of the plan to Anya to us out front, like meet us upstairs?
Oh yeah,
or-
yeah. If we'll kind of meet back up and be like, cool, we have the jewels. Also, we have another job, BT Dubs.
Library.
All right, so y'all are heading up to the library.
And I feel like that person with the eye patch and like all the cameras, they've got to see us coming up the stairs, right? You know, but they don't have a
Yeah.
lot of security guards at their disposal. Just
Yeah, I think as you guys are heading up the stairs on one camera, we see Zendazi fast asleep. Someone has kindly put a blanket over her. In another camera, and you just see this like imposing military figure just be like, well, if you want something done. And yeah, y'all head up to the library. We get back to that.
Question: am I still on the catwalk, or how would I have gotten away from all of the guards?
I think they just can't arrest you. Like, either they can't bring themselves to because like you're an older lady. Maybe you're just being forgetful. Who knows really? And some of them actually know who you are and know that they quite literally probably cannot arrest you.
you're also
Or
waving
nothing.
2 guns around. I mean,
Yeah, you're waving 2 guns around.
You just like walk backwards down the catwalk, shouting about fashion being built on blood, and just like step back into the wings.
Yeah, I think there's a final pose with like the pursed lips towards whoever's like video recording this. And I'm like, keep your hands clean, kids, and then like spin and disappear into the stage.
I think the guards are all probably secretly grateful that you've walked away instead of them having to grab you.
like, oh, thank God. Whew. I really didn't want to try and put hands on her.
Yeah. Like, oh God. And with everyone recording, it just would have been terrible. So yeah, you slip away. You meet up with everyone before they head up the stairs. You guys are at least together for right now. But I mean, you are in this giant, fancy, lavish house. You know you've got at least a little bit of time while Red Red is trying to find all of the pieces that they need for this Roanoke land deed portfolio.
I think in that moment, I let them know that I also have another reason to be here, and our night is not over. Which is, I need some footage from the security room to prove that the fashionista of this estate has been stealing fashion designs from her students. And so I know that there's security footage showing that. We need to find the security room for that, so I can bring her down and disgrace her forever.
All right. So I guess
sounds like we got to split up.
Yeah, the team's splitting up. Who's going where and with who?
Well, I have to go to the library because I don't trust any of you all to read chemistry correctly.
And Ginger, if you're going to the security room, wouldn't hurt to have someone watching your back.
Ooh,
so.
Could I look at you and say, is it okay if I say the word so we can infiltrate?
I don't think you ever have, right? Because this is all brand new, and I'm like, and yeah, as we know, it's been bad in the past when this has happened on accident. And I'm like, I trusted your granddaughter. I can trust you too.
Alrighty then. Oatmeal. Nope, that's not it.
Nope.
Cream of wheat.
I'm like, God damn. Like I did this dramatic thing and then you got it wrong. And I'm like, no, that wasn't it. Yeah.
I'm like walking away and shouting, grits!
With cheese.
All right. Yeah, no, but as soon as you do say cream of wheat, it's like, the look on her face looks like you just shouldn't stand, like, don't be in her way. And yeah, I start heading up to heading directly to the security guard station, which we know where it is because we got blueprints of the house beforehand. We cut back to this.
I don't think it's even that you got blueprints.
Yeah.
From like looking at this building from the outside where the best place to put a security station would be. Yes. You just didn't really think about it before.
Yep. I think in infiltrator mode, absolutely. Senda knows this. So yeah, I'm like, we have to. I think I pushed back a fake panel on the wall that leads to a service elevator, and yeah, we head up a big service elevator up to the 4th floor.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm right behind you, dear. You just keep going, right behind you. I'm kind of like tottering with my cane again.
Are you still in the tutu and bodice?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna, well, what I'm really gonna do is cover it in blood and take some like really dramatic photos. But if anyone in the party asks, obviously we can sell the diamonds for money.
Nice. Okay, so I've got your clear that you want this outfit covered in blood. Okay, cool. Excellent. All right, good. Wonderful to have established.
All right.
Like can do.
All right, let's try the library first. Let's see what's up there. So, Red, Anna. The library is on the 2nd floor where you already are. And it's just this big, sprawling, large room. It's covered in books. It's got the whole like the mansions in a movie where you go into the library and it's got like 10 ladders, goes up like several floors. It's one of those deals.
Do they use a library cataloging system that I would be familiar with as an academic?
Let's see. I'll roll a D3. We'll see how much sense it makes. Oh, they use the Dewey Decimal Card Catalog system.
Perfect.
So, like, you know it top to bottom.
Oh, this is so much
You
better
just-
than those damn Boolean whatever thingies that they keep wanting me to use on my computer. Have you ever tried to do that, Red?
I have not, no.
It's awful. It's like and not and minuses and pluses. I don't want to code just to find something. And I'm like flicking through the cards to find Roanoke and maybe any books they would have on histamine.
Super history.
Hey, Red, are you helping?
I would
Can you
love
help?
to help. Yeah, how could I help in this situation? I totally think that because this is part of my overarching plan, that I would love to help with this, but my brain is totally stalling. What would be helpful, Naja? Like special access to the computer, because like I could probably have like gotten the password ahead of time.
Is it just is what
there-
you're helping with just like very exact knowledge of what you're looking for? Because if I'm remembering how to use the Dewey Decimal Card Catalog system correctly, actually knowing what you're looking for is probably the best thing for finding anything.
It is very specific in that
Yeah,
way.
fair. Yeah, so I you know, the historical research that I've done in this document leads me to believe that it will be stored under such and such date and such time, which was the transaction date, blah blah blah. Yeah.
And I'm like flicking through really fast. And I pull out, or I try to pull out a card. I assume this is a roll.
Jen, I bet you also,
We're
I
good.
bet Red might also know the author. Like that's a,
Oh yeah, yeah.
right. Like that's going to narrow it down a ton.
I think this is gonna be. It's the fixed roll, yeah.
Yay!
With an assisting die.
Sweet. 5.
Sadly, 2 5s is not a baby crit.
Mini crit.
All right.
Oh no.
Small crit.
Full crit.
Blah, blah.
That's a lore friendly
Clock.
Rogadin name.
The clock is now half full. It's a little bit hard to tell because it's at an angle, but it's half full.
Sure, everybody.
So it takes you a little bit of time, but you're able to find it. You pull out like 4 cards in rapid succession and hand them over to Red. But before we cut to the elevator and what's going to happen in the security room, we cut to outside of the library doors. And we see that same imposing figure. They touch their earpiece and they're just like, I'm in position, going in now. And the doors slam open behind y'all. Do you turn to look? Anything?
Oh yeah.
I don't.
I
Fair.
thought you might be
Totally
the one
fair.
to not, so I wanted to ask.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just keep going through the
I mean, I
cards.
probably kept my eye half on the door anyway, but yeah.
Nacha, are you still wearing your film
Absolutely.
glasses? I bet you can see in the reflection of them, a little bit of what's going on behind
Oh my
you.
god, I have 360 reading rainbow vision.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I mean, what's cool cyberpunk glasses if they can't have 360 vision, right?
Legit.
Amazing. Perfect. All right. In that moment, we cut away to inside of the elevator. It's been going very slowly. The blandest music has been playing.
I'm doing really bad beatboxing with it, just to sort of like try and make it more interesting. Yeah.
The floor numbers have, like typical elevator floor numbers. It's like a plastic button that you push. You hear a little tiny crack as the button, as Senda's thumb was pushing the button, and it's just going so slow. It's so slow that eventually her thumb just like cracks the little plastic button as she's waiting for this this not patiently waiting for this elevator to get to the top.
Well, I mean, you could do something about it, Senda. You could make the elevator go much faster.
We could make the elevator go much faster. I don't know.
In
how to make
whichever
the
direction it's actually going.
Yeah, I was just
When
saying.
you think about it, you should have probably reached 2 floors up by now.
Oh, does it seem like we've gone too far?
You're not really sure which way you're actually going.
Right, because I guess you don't know, but it sounds like we get the sense that something's awry.
Something's either awry or perfectly right. Let's roll to find out.
All right. I think I'm going to assume that something is awry.
And because you're the one trying to figure this out,
Yeah.
you could roll fix or frag. Honestly.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna roll frag, and the way that I'm gonna do it is there's there's paneling above at the top of the elevator, and as you're beatboxing, Ginger, I say, I look at one of your guns that you're still holding, and I like very like it's like painful, you can tell, to have this much patience. I just sort of like try to request that I borrow your gun for just a moment.
Oh, I stop, and there's like this, I think, tense moment. And I look at him and I say, all right, dearie, but these are from my granddaughter, so you don't break them or anything. And I hand you the one with the birds of paradise.
Nice. And I fire 3 shots into the ceiling, which perfectly like bust the lock that's holding the hatch, so we can pop on top of the elevator. That's why I want to roll frag to find out what's going on with the elevator, and I'll happily hand you the gun right back. Just needed it for that.
I immediately resume beatboxing.
So roll me that frag roll.
Yeah, and I fair to say
you actually would get 2 bonus die.
Oh, nice.
So 1 from your move,
right?
Because you're still
because I'm still in infiltration mode.
Yeah. And then roll like an extra d6.
And 1 for help. All right. Why? I have a dog licking me right now, and it's amazing, but I need Puppy to stop. All right. Did someone help? Yes. And okay, let's see if I can.
It just has to not be a 1, and you're fine.
Sure, be great.
Why would
okay.
you say that?
All right. Okay, perfect. Exactly the kind of success I want. Mixed.
All right. So clock does advance. And as you shoot out the panel, it just goes flying away at a much higher speed than it should be if you were just in a very slow elevator. You were descending rapidly.
Oh, wow.
Beneath this mansion.
Can I roll this success a little bit forward and say that I pop on top of the elevator and like find the emergency brake to it?
You do, but you can. But I think you realize that you might just be dropping to a secret vault.
Okay. I awesome. Yeah. So I think I like.
So you can either stop the elevator so you can better control your descent, or you can drop the elevator faster.
I think I'm gonna let the elevator take us because I want to get down to secret basement vaults. But who knows what's going to be on the other side when we open up the door. So I'm gonna wait up on the top, and I don't know if Ginger, if you want me to pull you up so that if there's guards on the other side when the door opens, there's nobody inside it. I'm thinking that gives us the literal drop on them if there's someone on the other side of it, unless you would like to be there and continue beatboxing when the door opens.
I think when you're up there, I'm just like, oh dear, are you taking a smoke break or what's going on?
And there's the very loud whoosh of air as the elevator keeps descending.
All right. Well, then if you're staying down there, I'm gonna say, just hold on, right? Like she doesn't talk much when she's in this mode, but just hold on. Yeah, and I go ahead and yeah, on top of the elevator, there's some governor there that's like preventing the speed from going over a certain thing, and I flip the switch, and then I think the elevator starts dropping super fast.
Yeah, Ginger, you stumble a little bit inside the elevator car. You weren't quite expecting that, but it's okay. You deal well with the unexpected.
Yeah, I stumble a little and then like very deliberately sort of straighten up and like refix my little tutu bikini, like diamond bikini. And then I just like pose facing the entrance.
Yeah. And it takes a little bit longer, but the elevator comes to a ear-piercing screeching halt as like the bottom brakes kick in, make sure that it doesn't crash. Nothing like untoward happens to you. The doors slide open, and there are a few security guards down there. And you can see beyond them like glass walls and like a few pictures hanging up on them. You're not really sure what's happening. And the guards are like, no one is supposed to be down here. Identify yourselves.
Oh, well, I'm the surprise inspection. Hope you're ready. We thought it'd be great to do this when there's that big event going on. Just make sure all your protocols are in place. I like don't have a clipboard, but I sort of like feel around for one and say, oh, I seem to have lost my pen. I'm going to have to use yours. Now, where should we start first? And I sort of just like walk confidently out of the elevator.
Yeah. As you walk confidently out of the elevator, one of the guards walks in and is just like, yeah, we only confirmed one person in the elevator. Repeat, one person in, and they're looking up.
Yeah, I think when they're saying repeat one person in that's when I want to drop down and start covering your diamonds with blood.
Yes.
I feel like some kind of classical music is now playing, like Overture of 1812 or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, roll that frag.
Roll that frag. All right.
Ooh.
Oh, that is a bad.
It finally happened. This is the first time anyone's rolled a critical fail.
There you go.
Oh.
I don't know why it's not pulling up on stream. Let's see what. There we go. It just took a second. But
well,
yes, friends, this is how you crit fail on a.
To quote one of my favorite storytellers, several things happen at once.
Nice.
The antagonist clock completely fills. And that shows by like the figure that we've been seeing. Another maybe version of the figure that we've been seeing steps around a corner and is just like, gentlemen, I think I'll take it from here. And Senda, I think you know this person. You've seen them before.
Yeah.
You're not really clear on how you know them.
Mm-hmm. But I remember a much younger them.
A much younger version of them without the eye patch, or maybe the eye patch on a different eye.
Okay.
So yeah. Tell us about that hazy memory.
I think this was I just want to make sure I remember. I want to be cool and not have to ask, but I think I have to ask. This is Dr. Jones, I assume?
It's not Dr. Jones, but
not
it
Dr.
might
Jones.
be. Maybe it's like a Red Room type experience where it was like, technically you're both the Black Widow kind of thing.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah, this is, I think we flash back to a much younger Senda in college, and there's her roommate saying, yeah, I heard about this program. They're going to give us like $100 just for going and like answering a couple questions. It's like we go in there for like an hour. We have to look at a watch as it's spinning back and forth. It's a great way to make a few extra bucks. and Senda is like, "You're my best friend. I will go anything. I'll go anywhere with you, Darcy." And then we cut back to yes, the woman who's performing, who's on the other side now.
Yeah. And this is not in, like, the Darcy you remember. The Darcy you remember was very like small and cute. This woman looks like she could bench press all of you at the same time. Kind of terrifying. And she looks ready to fight right now.
Nice. What's the situation with the two guards? What was I know I crit failed, but I feel like they're insignificant. So is it fair to say that there is a big blood splatter from one of them, and that her presence is the real threat? Like that they were
her
sort
presence is the real threat.
Yeah.
The other guard, you're not quite sure what happened to him. Ginger, though, Ginger knows what happened to him. I think we're gonna cut to that. So Ginger, the guard, like, runs off and is just like, Gemini 1 is in play.
Nice.
I repeat, Gemini 1 is in play and walking away quickly. We're gonna need to secure the other assets. So are you following this guard? I'm assuming you are.
I mean, what I would like to do, if this is allowed, it's not technically on my character sheet, but I feel like my cane would have a sword inside of it that I've been using to like hobble around. So I would like to try and like take out his legs, like do a leg sweep with my cane to try and like cut him down.
Yeah, you can do that. Roll frag for me. You won't be able to have a bonus die because there's no one to help you right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Okay.
Awesome, too.
Well, the good news is the clock can't advance anymore.
Yeah. I have an idea for getting the clock to jump back. My cinematic death seems pretty appropriate for this
Okay.
this fight with Darcy.
Hey.
So we don't need to cut to it yet, but that is my thought for
Okay.
for us to deal with our clock.
So Ginger, you do take the guard out, but several more are pouring out into the hallway, and you realize they have portfolio bags. And as you look more up at these glass walls, you see sketches hanging on them. And they're the fashion students that have been slowly disappearing.
Fashion students turned ninjas.
What?
No, they're just being kept in the basement to slave away on the next several lines.
Oh
no. I think I'm just like, as that realization comes over, I think I just freeze in horror, and that's maybe why I'm like not effective or can't help out Cinda at all, because I'm just like, oh, it's even worse than I ever imagined. And I'm just
it's like the worst possible nightmare that you could have had about the fashion oligarchy.
Yeah,
it's all real.
And we cut back. We cut back to upstairs in the library where Anaphylaxis is just like, nope, I'm minding my own business. I'm just looking through these cards. And Red, as you turn around, as the audience, we know that this is Darcy with the eye patch on the other eye.
Okay.
But you don't recognize her. You're not sure who she is, but she's very large, very imposing, and she looks ready to throw down.
I am not ready to throw down, is the thing. But this is right on cue. I have a move for this. Yeah, I think what I set something up. What did I set up? I think I set up a trap for Darcy. In the library. What kind of trap did I set up? Did I set up like was it just like, there was some plumbing repairs and now there's like a hole in the floor, but you know what I mean? Like, so she just slips through the floor. I mean, we're only on the second floor, so that wouldn't actually stop her that long. So maybe that's not a good idea.
Maybe what you have set up is like that scene from the beginning of The Mummy where you have a way that you can just gently push at one of the bookcases near you and it sets off a cascade that could bury her underneath it.
I love it so much. Yes.
Dominance.
Yes.
All right. I am going to ask you to make a roll for me.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that nothing that you need is buried under those books too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that seems smart.
That would be bad.
What am I rolling?
I feel like fix is the best thing. Fix or frag, unfortunately.
I mean, I have 0 in both of those, so.
Can I have helped as you were setting up this trap? I'm like, no, that section of the Dewey Decimal System might be useful. No, not over there. And so, like, it's a very convoluted kind of Rube Goldberg-y collapsing of bookcases.
Yeah.
Like one bumps, they go in a weird chain.
Yeah.
Darcy's just watching this in horror as they eventually come to her.
Yeah, go
Cool.
for it.
So so I'll do a fix with help.
Okay, yeah, the only one that actually counts is the bonus die.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
But that's the one that counts.
So yeah.
Do it.
I would like to say that these bookcases are like falling down in this super bizarre like star pattern around the room. And Anna's just standing in the center of it, completely unbothered, looking at these cards as the bookcase falls onto Darcy behind her.
You're just trying to figure out, do you want, like, which book do you actually want? Which one are you, like, definitely going to take with you? Because, I mean, you could take both, but they're supposed to be pretty, you got to make a decision. But you want to make it before. It's like when you're going to go and eat dinner and, like, the places that you're considering on, like, the same distance away from you. And you're just completely unbothered by this massive bookcase crushing and collapsing directly behind you.
I like the idea
just,
that
like,
as
blows
it's
my
falling
hair.
over, you can grab like a book off of it as it's
Yes.
going by. There's the one I needed.
All right. Since that, like, thankfully did not push any clocks further, let's get back to Cinda. You were going to use your cinematic death.
I think that in my mind, Ginger can continue the operation. Ginger can face her demons, but only if Darcy is taken out. Only if if Darcy isn't in her way. And so my cinematic death says, a good day to die. You're a broken thing, and you realize that. You have felt what you think humanity is for the first time you can remember. And I'm still in cream of wheat mode right now. I mean, like, I just turned man into cream of wheat, bloody, pulpy cream of wheat. This is the final sacrifice and the way to hold on to that. When you put yourself between someone in a potential danger to them, in my mind, that someone is Ginger and Darcy. Describe a simple moment you shared as a flashback. When they remember it and describe a moment like that, they're granted +1d fix on the fixed rolls. So the simple moment, I think, is back in that elevator. And I at one point while you're beatboxing, I'm like stuck in this, like, I'm in infiltrate mode, but we're waiting forever. And I just say, your granddaughter set me free. And I don't know if you have a thought I don't know if you want to engage the conversation in that, but it's.
I think, like, the beatboxing would have stopped abruptly. And I would have said, yeah, that book was a good one. Better than the rest of us.
Well, for her, I owe you.
And I think you just sort of see me nodding and looking around awkwardly, like this like genuine emotion is not something I'm used to in my fashion life. And I'm just like, yep, very nice. Oh, I think I know this tune. Huh?
Nice. So we cut back from that. I see you running, and yeah, and I'm gonna square off against Darcy. And I think that we're both. I mean, I feel like we're both super deadly killbot like menaces. And you know, there's flying action and wrestling and glass walls shattering and
Yeah. Fashion students running in terror.
yeah. I think I think she throws me through a plaster wall. Yeah, it's a knockdown, drag out Hulk fight. And I think my last thing, you know, was like, you got to survive this. You know, you got to make it out of here, Rebecca. And that's when we see Senda just Senda and Darcy go falling like off a ledge into like a pit that's below on this low level.
I think you end up tumbling into the elevator. It creaks for a moment and then plummets again.
Perfect.
Ooh,
Oh, it goes deeper. Awesome.
so good.
All right.
I love it.
That will push the clock back kind of a lot. So let's actually go to Ginger. Because I think you're the one in the most immediate, next to most immediate action. And so you're down here, there's a fight Ginger. You're down here, there's a fight happening behind you. Like, there are guards, but they're not bothered by you anymore. They're supposed to be, they're carrying portfolio bags and sketchbooks and like fabric samples and trying to get this out. But you have some fashion students that you can help.
Yeah.
And record and defame this designer entirely.
So I think it's actually like a moment where normally I would be recording this. We might even get flashbacks of like me breaking into different places and like recording it and then walking away, not really doing anything. I think in this instance, I'm not recording anything. I'm just running to try and let the fashion students out. And are they like locked in a cage kind of thing?
Okay, I think I'm gonna be really horrible. You know the invisible dog fence collars?
Oh yeah.
It's like that, but an ankle monitor. It's kind of terrible. Or no, we're gonna go full. It's that, but an Apple Watch. Like they were all gifted Apple Watches and then invited to this place.
Oh my God, that's how Elon Musk got into the party.
Yeah.
It's always Elon Musk.
Elon Musk invented the terrible dog collar Apple Watches that are now keeping these fashion students contained here.
So what I imagine is I'm like looking for kind of the main like computer device that's powering them. And like I sort of get a flashback to that elevator scene where Senda said, "Your daughter set me free." And even though like in the moment I didn't react, it kind of like stuck with me. And back in the present, I'm like, time to set them all free. And I'm gonna try and like deactivate the collars or the Apple Watches that are not Apple.
They're Schmapple.
Yes, Schmapple.
That is so perfect because my cinematic death move gives you +1 on fixed rolls.
Yes.
So
I think it gives me a die.
Yeah. Hey, it's
wait a second. Oh.
Unfortunate.
I think it's still a 4 though.
It's technically still a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which does bump you up to the next level of success.
Yep.
Okay. Whew.
I also did not set this clock back. What?
What I imagine is I'm trying to like imitate what I've seen Anna do on technology, where I'm like trying to type keys and codes, and then I just take out my cane and start stabbing with like the cane sword.
I just muted myself instead of unmuting. Like at first you're like, okay. If I'm gonna hack this, I gotta do what Anna would do. And then you're like, no. What would Cinda do?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yep.
And I'm just like, freedom for all, freedom, down with the oligarchy, stabbing it.
Yeah. And it takes a while, and you have to go through a few of them, but you end up destroying the network, the mesh network between them all that should connect them and keep all of them contained. And everyone else is just like, it was the watches. And they just take off the watch. Because I mean, it's really convenient. You can like get Spotify on there, change tracks, answer the phone. And it was a gift. And they never thought to just take the watch off.
I love that you could have just been like, just everybody just like take the watch off. That's how you set yourself free.
Maybe someone tried once and it like shocked them and everyone else was like, oh no. But also it was only a small shock. Really,
I feel like you're calling me out on my social media usage and we could just have a conversation offline about this.
Look. Maybe. but yeah, the clock only advances a little bit, mostly because of how long it took you and how long it took the students to realize they could just take off the watches. But yeah, you get them all out, and one singular guard is just like, I was really just here for the insurance. So this is not what I signed up for. There's a back door over here. I mean, you're legally required to have another way out when you're this deep.
Fire safety.
We're just going to go this way. And that guard will lead you out.
Can I just imagine, since this is like a basement, that we pass by a glass window with like volcano lava or something? Because I just feel like, it's powered by volcano down here.
Yeah. I mean, it's an evil villain's lair. The evil villain is a fashion designer. It is mostly just unethical, but that's still evil.
Yeah.
All right. So back up in the library. I think by this point, you've gotten all the books that you could want and then more. The real question now is, how are you carrying it all out of this now destroyed library where the main door is blocked?
Tell me if this is a step too far, but I would like to have one of those like laundry things, like the ones with wheels,
the grocery cart, where not like the supermarket grocery cart, but the little foldable one that you can like have at home.
Yes, it's in my knitting bag. Can I do that?
That's so much to have in a bag, but like
it's like so the Barney bag, but not.
I feel like it's kind of an extra dimensional bag, honestly.
It's like hammer space.
The thing is, though, I actually do have like a milk carton size crate that has like a pull-up handle that folds down to the size of like a laptop. So I can't even say that it's not possible. So yes, it is in fact physically possible.
Less. So I like take it out and like grab the handle and just like swing my arm out really fast and it unfolds. And I like set it down very gently and start putting the books in there. I'm like a very frail old woman, so I'm kind of being very persnickety about it and I'm not like slamming them in there like, oh, we gotta go. I'm just like,
I mean, you know that the time you spend now making sure that they all sit in there right will mean that you save time later, actually.
Mm-hmm. I know
you
how to
be trying to like, yeah. And I think you can just do that. I don't think anyone's coming for you. You do hear like a mildly concerning, very loud ka-thunk from beneath of you. And you know that you didn't do it. And Red didn't do it.
That'll be
might have
Senda.
done it. Eh. But also Ginger definitely might have done it.
I'm not the only Kerthunker in this group. It's fine.
All right, so y'all are headed out. Are you gonna wait to see what happened to Ginger and Senda?
Do we still have comps?
Uh,
Or are they too far underground?
you do not still have comms. They're just too far underground.
So I'm like, hello? Hello? Ginger, I know you hear me talking to you. And I'm just like getting progressively more frustrated.
I think what we see is Ginger does not have comms anywhere because it does not accessorize with her outfit.
It's true.
So maybe we just see the camera go down towards the elevator shaft and we hear your voice like echoing down where I would have left mine in the elevator.
Just sitting perfectly on the ground right in front of the elevator doors, and they close a little bit. Well, not a little bit. They close completely. Safety first.
So I scowl and I'm like, well, Ginger's not answering, and Senda's in infiltration mode last I knew, so God even knows.
Yeah, I think we have had to have set up some sort of fallback point, like if we lose comms.
Like a rendezvous.
Yeah, meet back at such and such place.
Yeah.
Maybe some fancy hotel or something.
I was gonna say a wine bar. I'm sure there's a wine bar.
Yes,
nearby.
I love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
All right. So your meetup point is a wine bar spelled WYN BAAR. So yeah, how are you two getting to wine bar?
I walk and pull my cart.
They're so like you're at a fashion week party. There's undoubtedly a bunch of cars around, but you're like, gotta get my steps in.
I see, when you get to be my age, you'll understand. I sit all day. I'm a professor. Need to get some exercise. I got my cart. I pull out like a big like sun hat out of my bag somehow and like just plop it on my head and like adjust my LeVar Burton like visor and just start toddling down the street. Unless someone stops me, I'm fully on to be ridiculous.
Right,
I think I start out being a little bit miffed that we seem to be walking, but at the whole spectacle, I'm like, I'm gonna see how this plays out. I'm gonna watch and see if anybody tries to mess with you.
Right. Either of you make a fleece roll with a bonus die. We're gonna see how this goes.
I have 0 fleece.
Yeah, I have 2. This is my time to shine. With the bonus dice, yes.
Yes.
I got it.
Yeah, no. This neighborhood is like just suburban, like rich and suburban enough. And you've just hit that like sweet spot of early morning time where all the little ladies are going out for their power walks. And you just blend in perfectly.
I like to say, like, as we're walking off down the street, and like all these other old ladies come power walking and following us, Staying Alive by the Bee Gees starts playing.
Yes, good. Perfect. All right. So let's cut back to a room that we haven't seen in a while with Zendazi.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I have a moral obligation that I think Zendazi is woken up because there's a small puppy, a small little doggo at her feet, being like like sniffing and fussing around. And I think that's like, licks her ankle or something like that. And that's what kind of snaps her too, because there's no way I'm leaving Scooter behind in this mission. Yeah, I don't know if you wanted to narrate her actions, but I just want to make sure that she can wake up with Scooter there.
Yeah, if we weren't so close to just like wrapping all this up neatly, I mean, I made a character sheet and everything.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, no, like Zendazi just sees this puppy and is like, "Oh, who are you?" Turns the color around a little. Is just like Scooter. I don't know if anyone else had a dog, but like picks the puppy up, checks around to make sure that like there isn't a bag or anything, special food, and yeah, it's just gonna like carry this puppy out.
Perfect.
All right, so Ginger, you now have a lecture. We're gonna say that a group of university students is a lecture. Yeah, you have a lecture of fashion students that are with you in this elevator. It's a little bit cramped.
I know how I want to exit.
Yeah.
So what I would like to do is, with the fashion students' help, is disassemble part of the catwalk and attach it to one of the ridiculously oversized Hummers that's here. And we'll kind of go out on it like a float where all of us will be like on the catwalk getting pulled by the Hummer to the bar. And I will be demonstrating my like blood splattered dress and saying fashion is blood, fashion is slavery. Like, create your own art. I don't know if I need to roll for any of them.
I don't think you have to at this point.
I think the one lone guard is driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he's kind of given up on
Yeah,
this whole.
he's like driving with one hand, and because he's just lost all sense of self-preservation, is on Indeed with the other, trying to find another job. But yeah, so Fred and Anna, this scene pulls up to the wine bar. It's a stretch Hummer. So first you see this stretch Hummer, and at first you're just like, oh, I guess people are finally leaving that party. And then it like slows down, and you start seeing the catwalk and these very tired fashion students. And then Ginger with a megaphone. We're not sure where the megaphone came from, but Ginger has a
He
megaphone
always
now.
finds it. It's fine.
It's always there when you need it.
Yeah. So that pulls up outside.
I am thoroughly unbothered.
I think I'm looking around for Senda.
All right, so Ginger, I'm assuming you eventually head in. How do you break the news to everyone?
So I think like I imagine I find you two like at a table with your wine tasting or whatever you've ordered.
I have 3 flights.
And I sit down, and I think I just like pick up the closest wine, whatever it is, and sort of drink it real quickly, and then set it down and say, well, it's just us now. And then kind of just like stare down at the table.
Oh, so you're talking to me now. How very fascinating. What do you mean, just us?
Well, Cinda's gone to the retirement home in the sky. Bless her heart. And I do like a little Catholic cross.
I stare at you for like 3 seconds, and then in quick succession, just drink an entire flight, one after the other.
Nice. I think Zendazi, because you were saving all the fashion students, she was the last model. I think it's fair that she might have hopped on the back of this float. I think Zendazi comes in, and you all see that she is like feeding some like bar snacks to Scooter, and that even though Senda did not make it out, Scooter did.
So you read actually. you like look off into the distance and you see that happening across the bar.
Huh? I mean, I'm happy that Scooter is being taken care of. I know that Senda loves to give him snacks.
And I think this is where the credits start to roll.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
Very
like
cool.
any good movie, there's some epilogues.
After
Some
credit
post-credit
scene.
scenes.
Yeah. We can't
So
make movies
let's-
without them anymore.
Yeah, let's start with Ginger.
Hmm. I think it is. I'm like at a very generic looking diner, and we see my granddaughter, like Becca, come in and sit down. And I'm looking down, and I have a little bowl of cream of wheat, and I'm kind of just like stirring the spoon around. And then I look up at Becca and say, "Dear, I know we don't talk much in our family, but I think I need to know more about what exactly it is you do. And maybe I can help you out a little bit with it." With kind of the implication being that my cause has shifted to this secret assassin program.
All right. And I think somehow you have like a little bauble of Senda's. Maybe it's on a necklace or like a little tennis bracelet, but you have something of Senda's now that we'd recognize as an audience.
I think it has to be a readers, right? Like I think like there's some little like in the middle of the fight they went flying off and skidded across the floor at you.
Yeah. Maybe I'm wearing them and I like set them down after I say that. So they're kind of like facing Becca.
All right. So, Red.
Huh? I think I'm actually like back in my condo, sitting at my fancy writing desk, and I write my sister a little note, and I think I actually send her that Roanoke document, right? Because the point wasn't to keep it away from her. The point was to say that like I could do it and she couldn't.
Yeah, you
So
got
I
it
have
first.
yeah, I got it first. So, I'm being the magnanimous sister who's like giving her the thing that I know that she wants, and she's gonna fucking hate it that I sent it to her. So I think that's my epilogue.
Yeah. I think we see you writing the name and address on the envelope, and then we see it delivered. And we see this little lady with like bright blue hair, very obviously dyed, who's just like, "Oh, thank you, dear," to the FedEx man, rips it open, and like looks in, closes it, takes a very deep breath, and then pulls out a phone and is just like, "Girls, I think we're gonna have some work soon."
Rival squad.
That is
Rival
Yeah.
squad.
glory mission.
Now, I could see the way this would normally flow, I would cut to Anna, but I'm gonna save that for last because I think saving the best for last. But what happens with Zendazi? You have this card from this like gang of little old ladies. You now have a dog.
Yeah, right. I feel like Zendazi eventually, like Scooter on the way back sort of leads Zendazi back to the purse that he is carried in. And inside that purse is also some other very curious items, various weapons and communication tool and communication devices and things like that. And I think Zendazi, who always had an interest in history, and I think we cut to her looking at the invitation from these women, and she's filling out her application to go back to. She's filling out her applications to go to grad school, and to carry on the dreams they encouraged her to take. And she still has the purse like on her table, like with curious artifacts in it that I'm sure will aid her in the future.
All right. And last but not least, because I'm sure this is going to be wild, Anna.
So the camera pans across a restaurant, and there's plates of like very fine food on all of the tables, but no one's in the seats because they're all clustered around this man who's having this like attack. And the camera follows behind Anna as she like pushes people out of the way, like, excuse me, I'm a doctor, I can help, move. And she finally gets to this man in distress, and we look down and it's Dr. Jones.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she reaches into her bag and pulls out an EpiPen and kneels down and like gets in his face and says, "This one is for Senda," and stabs him very incorrectly in the chest with this EpiPen full of superhistamine.
Yes. Vindicated.
I feel like there's a second where everyone is very quiet and someone's just like, that is not how you use an EpiPen.
Smash cut to credits.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, that was Heist.
Nice. Thank you, Allie, for writing that for us. That was so good.
Yeah.
All right, we should do this thing. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us in chat. Adam, thanks for bringing a horde of folks over. I just looked up and I was like, oh hey, what's going on, folks? So I hope you enjoyed whatever bit of Heist you saw. I am Sean Nittner. I use he, him pronouns. You can find me pretty much anywhere at Sean Nittner on the internets. We are going to be streaming some more pretty soon. We're going to be streaming more Scum and Villainy in a couple weeks. And I think Girl Underground is coming up on the channel soon. So exciting things there. Follow Actual Play or me and we'll announce it. How about you, Jen?
Hi, I'm Jen Martin. I use she, her pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at 10penjen. Yeah, and I'm playing in the Scum and Villainy game. I'm very excited about it. We had our first one today. It was super fun. And what about you, Cass?
Hi, I'm Cass. You can find me at Cascade Designs pretty much everywhere. And I was just double checking on the dates. Last week of February, 24th, 26th, 27th, over on Shadowcasters Network, we're doing like a concentrated run of Demi-Humans. So if you want to see kind of a 3-night special as we do like a short thing through that, that'll be over on Shadowcasters. How about you, Naja?
Thanks everybody for coming. My name is Naja Otikor, aka Trista Ray. You can find me pretty much everywhere at Trist_CHI. I will warn you that my Twitter is a lot of Final Fantasy 14 shit posting right now. And my Instagram is photos of the meal kits that I've been getting, except for tonight because I had to get on this call. Thank you everyone for playing this game with me and indulging my increasingly ridiculous bullshit. I love it. And last but certainly not least, our lovely author, Allie.
Hi, my name is Allie. I use she, they pronouns. I wrote this game. I wrote this wild romp that you can just play through. You can find me on most places on the internet as Mad Pierrot. That's MADPIERROT. You can buy this game at madpro.itch.io/heist. It's also on DriveThruRPG if you want to buy it there. There should be an update for this coming out soon. Hopefully it'll have some more of the like character about sections. It'll have a usable character sheet where you can actually write things down. And I'm also going to include the code for the Roll20 sheets and macros.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for running it for us. This was a blast. And see everyone. I forgot, we have Demi-Humans happening here too. All the Demi-Humans. Tomorrow, I think. Yeah, tomorrow evening, 7:30 Eastern. So tons of fun stuff. Good night, all.